Welcome back to Elden Ring. Before we head back into the mountaintops, we have a bell bearing to deliver. Maybe we can purchase some of the flowers as well. How expensive are they? They are quite expensive. Okay, we do have some runes. Yeah, we don't have any more. That's fine though, we can always get more. So I'm going to open the map here, and we are going to teleport to the Snow Valley. Can have a word with Milicent. Hopefully she didn't decide to move on.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Halig tree. Indeed, I believe that is where Melania will be found. The Halig tree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands.
No idea what the Halig tree is or where it is. Come to think of it, aren't we looking for a medallion ourselves? We need the second half of the Halig tree medallion for the Lift of Rold. It's going to grant us access to a hidden path.
I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Halig tree.
A fort to the north. Quite certain that the Albednoric woman mentioned where the medallion was located, but it's been so long I don't even remember that name. Did she mention a fort?
Do you hear me? It is I, Lieutenant. We're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed. It will grant passage to the land of the Halig tree.
So it was Castle Sol and not a fort. There is a golem. So this is a frozen river essentially. And there's another bridge way above us. We can go left or we can go right. So my initial plan was to deal with the request here, the assassination of Juno Hoslow. The blunt weapon. Thankfully these take damage normally. After the magical golem, the enchanted golem in the dragon barrow, I'm not even sure what to expect. just how many golems were around here. Can see another one in the distance. The water was frozen. I thought for a moment it was some type of spirit, but it was not. I think I can see a phantom tree. And we got him. Okay, this is the weak point. Question is, can we finish it off? Not quite. And a golden seed. Could this be another golem? I see something in the distance. I have no idea what it is. Either way, we have to get moving. Got a flower. And this has to be another golem. I can even see the weapon. Just one more strike. We're gonna need Torrent for this. What about this frozen waterfall? Might be something hidden behind it. There is a statue. I wonder, does that mean that these golems are going to respawn? Almost expected an entrance to a dungeon here. But I think there's nothing else. If they do respawn, we can lure one back here. Make it destroy the statue for us. And of course the demi-humans. There's probably even more we can access from this area. I'm going to be patient though. That is another demi-human on the other side of the river, and what do we have here? I do not see anything else. I do not believe this one will come to life. No, it's been... missing some limbs too. Probably dismantled. That is a bloodstain in the middle of nowhere. I wonder what happened. Plenty of ways to die. Really should not come as a surprise. What about the area? I bet there's something here. And I can even see something flying. It's too far for us. Did we do this all for a plant? Can go south. Might be able to go around the mountain. Or not. So we're rewarded with formic rocks. Not the worst reward. Let's see if we can get one of the golems to destroy the statue for us. They usually contain some upgrade materials, and they are definitely welcome. Milicent is gone. If Latena the Albinoric wanted to speak to us directly, maybe we should try to go to Castle Sol. It could be the structure here, just to the north. I believe there are two possible paths here. Hopefully the other golem with a halberd is not going to notice us. And we can keep heading east. This might take a while. Can they destroy the tree? They can. I have no idea why it is going back. And these are 3 smithing stones. Let's get out of here. These are going to respawn, and honestly, they never rewarded us with anything interesting. I could have used this point of grace. So this is another frozen lake. Can we see anything interesting? There's a tower here, and an enormous building all the way to the south. This looks like a minor tree that has been burnt. Just like the one in the Volcano Manor area was Mount Gelmir. Could this be Castle Sol? Okay, we have an overview of the area. And that is an effigy. You can also see one of these beetles. Okay, I have just a weapon for this. How's that for a Nash of War? Okay, I was using the moon veil. Let's go back to it. Place a Nobilisk around here, which means there's bound to be something we can fight. I think I see a skeleton over there. Never mind that right now. The frozen lake is in a part of the map that we have not even acquired yet. The actual map fragment, I mean. I hope the ice is not going to break. That is a dragon. Can barely see though. I don't think that roar is a good thing. Going to fly off. After all the dragons that we fought in the Moonlight Altar, I don't think this is gonna give us too much trouble. Why am I missing? Don't even think about a dragon. Still alive. It is a new draconic power is available. Unfortunately, we do not have enough arcane. We have the larva tiers, but spread around way too many points. I'm not even sure if getting all this intellect was a good idea. Well, we solved the secret of the statue, so that's one thing. Is that a nice lobster? This tracking is insane. This one is really getting on my nerves. Honestly, it wasn't even worth it. So much for that dragon. But we're getting really distracted here. I'm not going to explore anymore in that direction. I feel like we need a map somewhere. We could probably follow the path here. What I really should be doing is going back to the frozen river and heading left. Or west, I should say. Really curious about Juno Hoslow. Wonder how Dialos is doing. Could pay a visit to the jars. And these are bats. It's really tough too. Unless they're pretty resistant to magic for some reason. And here's the sign. The traveling maiden equipment. Hold on. Could this be Hyera? The body has been burned. So, maidens traverse the lands between for different reasons. Some seek audience with the fingers, others to find the Tarnis which they were destined to guide. I wonder if one of these women that never made it were supposed to be guiding us. Probably the case. Someone made short work of these golems. In a smithing stone 7. What about Juno Hoslow? The Knight of Blood. We have the Lord of Blood, which we know is Luminary Moog. Hoslow's Oath. He's got a whip. 2 of them, in fact. But damage is massive. Why am I locked in here? The amount of damage that I take is just unreasonable. He knows when I'm trying to do an attack and he attacks with both at the same time. Almost out of healing too. I'm glad this one is over. That was a petal whip and the entire armor set. This is bound to be interesting. Now the weapon itself is going to cause blood loss, formed of razor-sharp chain-link blades that have the appearance of flower petals. The work of art, this work of art rather, is handed down through the generation of the illustrious House Hoslow. High dexterity is required, excels at devastating blood loss. Does not weigh a lot, and of course the whips have the advantage that your hits cannot be parried. I think they can be blocked though. That is not the item that we looted. It was the helmet. Twin-tailed silver helmet. Symbol of the head of the revered House of Hoslow. Juno was a younger brother. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Juno had a younger brother who was all talk and no trousers. His inability to commit to action was such that Juno inherited the Hoslow legacy without resistance, granting him freedom to shower his little brother with adoration. And this is the silly helmet of the prelate. So this was originally furnished with embers and would surge into flames when the wearer's faith reached its zenith. Has died out has since died out. They could use some attacks. They could even cast fireballs out of that helm. There's bound to be some magic left in it. These are the various armor sets. When Juno Hoslow received an invitation to the Volcano Manor, he discreetly refused. He was a modest man, I guess. So these are the traveling maiden's bracers. Pair of boots. Yeah, I don't think there's any new information on these. Could this be the end of the path? No. No, there is a spirit spring, which I am going to mark here. Can see another to the west. There's definitely an area we can explore down there. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get there. Can see a town too. Surprised there was no point of grace around here. Then again, there is one not that far away. And these bridges that would eventually lead us to other parts of the area. I wonder how we can access these. Definitely not from here, though. So I suppose using the Spirit Spring jump is our only option. Now we can cross the bridge. Surely nothing is going to happen. Just what is that? That is a colossal skeletal beast. There might be a mariner nearby. I think we're on the right path. Can see the effigy right here. And the mausoleum. No, but I don't think there's anything here then. There is nothing below either. The beast eye quivers. There's bound to be something around here. There's no chance these are going to bleed. Yeah, I should be using a sacred weapon. Got a weapon and one more piece of death root. Honestly, the Mariner was not that strong. This has to be Castle Sol, then. This is going to be interesting. We're not going to head down there just yet, though. What we will do instead... No, honestly, I should leave that marker. We're gonna warm ourselves in the Volcano Manor. Can have a word with everybody. And then we can speak with Dialos too. Was probably his brother that we just assassinated.
I see that you stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it.
The Taker's Cameo.
Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions.
We could ask for a moment to prepare for his lordship. I have no idea what this is going to lead to.
I see. Well, I cannot make you take the leap, but do know this. To follow the path of valor, an audience with our Lord is essential in order to defy this debasement and rise up against the Erd Tree like a true recusant of the Volcano Manor.
So Rani was not the only one that was planning against the Golden Order and the Earth Tree. What about Bernal?
You're still alive, I see. Well, until we meet again.
The serpent that lurked in the shadows that night. It entered the room next to this one, and never came out. Perhaps the manor yet holds some secrets. If you discover anything, would you please share?
I see no point in hiding it anymore.
Really? Oh, so there was a secret after all. Oh my. Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king? Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king?
I wonder what she meant. Born by the grace of a king. Could we possibly simply accept her request and maybe speak with Rykard himself. I'm going to level up just once. Yeah, we don't have that many runes. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. So we have plenty of time to see what awaits us here at the Volcano Manor. What was the item that we looted? Was it a key item? No, it could be. Could be a talisman. There it is. Restores health upon defeating enemies. Engraved with a stern likeness of Praetor Rykard, the master of the Volcano Manor. When he turned to heresy, taking by force became the rule. The gods themselves were no different after all. I can see some serpents and they're kind of unnerving. So now we have two different ways to get health when defeating an enemy. I can say the same about focus, even though I never upgraded the axe that gave you... What was the name again? The sacrificial axe. Yeah, it was this one. The reward for defeating a deathbird. Okay, I think that settles it. We're gonna speak to the Lord of the Volcano Manor in the next part. Thank you for watching, though. Going to spend all the runes just in case. And hopefully I'll see you in the next part.